we're no good, we're gonna have to confiscate them. So she cashes out 10 grand and only gets 9,700. It was from one bank to another bank, and she lost 300 bucks. Happens on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So she should have had the money wired.
True. But they don't, but this isn't something that's in the paper every day. Do you see very often in the paper bank robberies?
No.
Yet every day there are bank robberies. Have you ever been in Florida? When I've been to banks right after they were robbed, or right, and
Our Bank of America in San Marcos got robbed.
Bank of America, and that was the one I was talking. It's so quiet. I mean, it's not something where you go to another bank and they go, you know, one of our branches just got, it's shh, and be quiet. Perceived value. Your money's safe here. It's perception. Now, TROPTIONS, Rod. This is what I love. This is what I figured out. This is why I'm already a billionaire. This is also why I was trying to get some of you guys just to do what I told you to do, because I could help you get where I wanted to see you get faster, but you didn't understand, so you didn't believe, or you didn't believe, so you didn't understand, or whatever. You weren't quite there yet. In your perception, perhaps, of what I was talking about. When I started GTP, I put 1 billion TROPTIONS in my own account.
Well, we got to set up another 5 billion, 6 billion.
Well, okay. I was going to make you at least a millionaire if you just, all you had to do was, so, because I had it figured out already. I mean, I wasn't just yakking. By now, some of you ought to know me enough to know that if I say something like that, I'm not just saying it to stroke you. Okay. A TROPTION, when I did this in when did I do this? 2004, was not worth $1 yet, except in my mind. In my own mind.
Well, that's where it starts.
Exactly. So I worked for those 3 years, actually only 2 years, because it started in December. I think it was December of 2004, wasn't it, Sophia? I know it was December. I think it was December of 2004. And this is January of 2007, so that's really only 2 years. A little over. But I knew if I could get the perception of a TROPTION being worth $1, then I was a billionaire.
Well, this is where all the 62,400 companies come from. It won't be companies that we personally just invent or find. It could be one company or 10 or 15 that are already out there. They come into the exchange. The exchange now, they're part of the family now.
But the point is, yes, but the point is, if someone's willing to accept a TROPTION for $1, and if someone's willing to accept $1 for a TROPTION,
You made up your own currency and everything in your own little world. Awesome, Garland, you are amazing.
Yeah, well, yes, in my own little world, but I could do that in my own little world and just say I'm a billionaire in my own little world.
Right.
But if I have if I have a valve that flows between my little world and the broader world, and the dollar out here equals the dollar in here, then I am also a billionaire out there. Because it's perception. That's why I have to make sure that Sean gets a Sub-Zero refrigerator. And the numbers in GTP in the plan, which I guess you guys have all read, the numbers were designed, the amount to be raised was designed to spend the money I would have to spend long enough until I had solidified the perception that a Troption was equal to $1. Because once that's done, now I did it actually another way. I did it with Jim Voller. First of all, with Jim, I bought his stock for Troptions. I turned around and sold his stock for cash. And then, out of a pool of cash that I had from a variety of places, not just Jim, but from a variety of different deals and transactions and profitabilities, he was able to use his Troptions to buy cash that he used for his business. Now he, as a big company, has to pay 10% in and 10% out. And I've already told you he's spent at least, we invested at least $5 million in 2 of his companies in Troptions. The $5 million going in would produce fees of how much?
500,000.
500,000. The $5 million going out produces fees of how much?
500,000.
Last time I checked, 500,000 and 500,000 is $1 million in fees. Now do that times 62,400, Brewer. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. I'm not talking small potatoes here. And every time that happens, it further verifies, justifies that that one Troption is worth $1. And every time that's done, the more Troptions you have in your account, the higher your net worth. If you do it by consulting, if you do it by bringing companies in that we get their stock, and you take their stock, you brought them in, so you get 5% of that, so you got 1 million shares, and you go, you know what, I'm turning this, I don't know what the company's going to do, but I know what Troptions are doing, because once I have it in Troptions, the Troption now, that derivative, derives its value from the entire ocean of underlying assets, my friend, but a share of stock derives its value only from that one company. Are you with me?
Right. Right. This is awesome.
That's what you're involved in. Not just another little trade exchange or some other little... You're involved in building the perceived and the actuals. Because see, besides the perception, we actually have the ability, Sean, to buy you that Sub-Zero. So then perception becomes reality. Because then the reality of it is there. It actually is backed by something. I actually got my fridge. Holy smokes. Mr. Uku actually went to London and then went to France. He stayed in London and in France on GTP Troptions. He got his plane fare there on GTP Troptions. He got his hotel accommodations on GTP Troptions. He had whatever little fun with his family on GTP Troptions. Perception became reality. $1 Troption or 1 Troption is equal to $1. If you have Troptions in your account, if you have 1 million Troptions in your account, you're a millionaire. If you have 1 billion Troptions in your account, you're a billionaire. And the perception can run faster than the actual amount that's backing it. Just like the perception of the US dollar has really, we don't have to blow up every country for them to accept the US dollar, thank God, because then that would end the perception, because we can't blow everybody
wouldn't have
up.
anybody to find.
Yeah, we wouldn't have anybody to, so at some point we got to go, you know what, I don't think we should go in and blow up Iran, because then, if we just keep blowing everybody up, who's going to buy from us? So we just have to blow up strategic places. Well, now that's
economy boost.
Again, that's a crude way of doing it, but
that's the way it's been done for
it's been done that way.
World War II.
The Romans. Their economy goes down. Let's go
to war. Invade a country. Well, we, on the other hand, we prove, we strategically prove that Troption's worth $1. Troption's worth $1. Then Brewer did something that we hadn't done yet, to his credit, and Sean is team member. He got someone to spend cash to buy Troptions. We had done everything else in the equation. But we had not yet had someone buy Troptions or exchange cash for Troptions. We've had Troptions exchanged for cash, but now cash, dollar for dollar, exchanged for Troptions, the entire circle is complete. Or as they say in the accounting business, the circle of the transaction is complete. Ron, your people that want to invest, we got to get them thinking beyond any one company. Because unique can go up, it can go down. You and I, we believe in Jim, we believe in the concept, we believe that long term it's going to make. I do. I honestly, absolutely believe that he's going to bust through every little thing that he comes against and make it. I have no question in my mind about that with Jim. I do believe he's going to have some ups and downs along the way. We've seen those. That puts some pressure on us from the people at times that we've shared the story with, that make their own decision, but they still come back to us and say, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to do? Why is this going on? Why isn't it here? Why is it there? All that stuff happens. If Jim does some other big financing and puts more stock out, it could affect the stock even more. If he does it another way and gets franchise fees, it could run things up faster. All of a sudden he could do a deal through Fiddler that does something incredible. And so it could run the other way, and now we're heroes again. But
you spread this across many companies.
Yes.
You're averaging,
now
which
you're
is
like
done in the industry. Anyway.
That's right. Now you're
Hedge
like a
fund.
mutual fund or a hedge fund that hedges one company by the many companies. Now what do we have? Hey, now, okay. Hey, I've got some stock in this and some stock, or the portfolio concept. Hey, my unique is not doing so well, but my GTP is kicking butt and taking names.
And hedge funds, according to this from January 2007, had collective profits of around $2.3 billion through 7 of the top trades in the year.
See? Okay, comments while I disappear briefly from the camera?
Can I turn the camera off?
No. Comments, questions, thoughts?
Ron?
Trying to soak it up.
We have control over the amount of money that we have in a way that we
Well-
never did before, based on
Now, Ron, you're setting up not only your clients, whoever you talk to. You say, put $10,000 or $15,000 into this, and he goes, well, give me a reason why.
30 seconds.
And you say, okay, get on the site, you look up Do Barber, you look at a zillion of those people. I mean, I got on there and just kind of played around. I was just amazed.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
All consulting, blinds, paint, I mean, you're just, I mean, it's like
You should see
the
that.
economy. Yeah, I mean, you just kind of got to get in there and get familiar with it.
Milk from Australia.
Then you go to that person and you say, okay, in your business, how much do you spend a month in your business? Or how much do you spend a month in your family? Well, when my bank, this. You just find out where they're spending money.
on
Daycare,
various things.
on various things.
Light bulbs for a business, gasoline for a business.
And then you go to his business and say, well, where do you buy? Well, I buy my supplies at this place, and this place. Now you might have to get a little creative because it's time to convert to Troptions. So you might have to do some talking. You find out his suppliers, where he buys it. You go to his suppliers. You get that supplier to join GTP. And he says, I'll accept Troptions in exchange. If that guy joins this exchange and he wants to buy paint from me, he's a regular paint supplier or painter, and he buys $1,500, $2,000, or his company buys $5,000 of paint from me. You go to the paint supplier, set him up, and show him what's the advantage of not just a one-on-one, but the paint supplier says, well, I not only have a world of selling supplies, but in my own personal use, I like to travel and vacation. Once I receive once I received the supplier's $5,000 worth of order, that paint didn't cost me $5,000 to sell to him. It only cost me $1,000.
So you turn it over to the TROPTIONS for another exchange somewhere else.
Yeah, yeah. And then he's saying, "Man, I'd like to use." Now he's made a profit of $4,000 in TROPTIONS, but he's going to take 1,000 of it and say, "I want to go to Bermuda for 2 weeks. I want to spend $2,000 to take my family there." Well, if somebody is on the TROPTION exchange list and is offering Bermuda as one of their vacation spots, wow, you can kind of gather information and then just bring them all to GTP and then let them explore on the site where they want to spend their TROPTION money.
And every time they do that, there's a fee and we get
Yes, every time. So if he puts in $15,000, there's a fee.
Yep.
Every time we credit